Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, hey, how y'all doing?
Okay, y'all, while I prepare my 2026 TBR list, I think it's important that I address three books that have perpetually been on my TBR list all 2025. And if I'm going to be honest, some of them are from 2024. Let's talk about it. Every time it comes, like I wrap up a book and I'm like, what am I going to read next? And I look at my book stack, my to be read stack, and these books come up next, I just skip right past them and go to the next thing. One, the book that has been on my TBR list since 2024, The Coldest Winter Ever by Sister Soldier. Y'all, I know this is a certified hood classic, and that's why I'm gonna read it. Like, I remember in middle school, I really enjoyed reading urban fiction. So I'm like, whenever I saw this book, I'm like, I gotta read it. I gotta do it for the culture. But at this point, I'm gonna do it for the culture, but at what cost? What is it gonna cost me for the culture? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I know what has stopped me from reading this book, but it's something about this book that I just get lost every time I try to read it. I'm gonna give you examples. Maybe y'all can help me put my finger on it. Now, this is chapter 1. This is the second sentence in the book, and it's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. Let me read it. It says, I came busting out of my mama's big coochie on January 28th, 1977, during one of New York's worst snowstorms. It's not even the use of the word coochie in this. It's because we can read some spicy books, okay? I mean, so the language is not the problem here. Let me go on. Let me go on further. Another example. If you put your hands on anybody in the family, you will get jumped by the next oldest person in our family, and so on and so on. Sooner than later, we didn't even have to say a word. Everybody understood that our family had the neighborhood locked down. It wasn't worth the trouble.
Okay.
Now this is kind of the sentence where I just like close the book and I just haven't been back. It says our attitude towards other females was, "Hey, your man works for my pops. Now bow down to the family who puts food on the table for you and yours." And where am I supposed to go from there? I don't know. I'm just like, is this whole book just I'm not going to DNF this book because, like I said, I want to read this. I know that I'm going to like this book. It's just hard for me to, like, the first 4 pages have just not caught my attention, honestly. So I'm going to stick it through. I'm going to read this in 2026 because I got to get it off my TBR list. I just have to. The next book really shocked me. It's Blockshot by Kennedy Ryan. I literally love every Kennedy Ryan book that I have ever picked up. I've literally read the entire Skyland series, and I love every book in the series. I read Long Shot. I read Hookshot. I just cannot seem to get past the first few pages of Blockshot. It's like it's not catching my attention. It's not grabbing me. If you don't grab me in the first 10 pages, or at least make me want to keep flipping, I don't know. I'm gonna read it because it is literally my mission to read every Kennedy Ryan book. Oh, I also just read Real, and I loved it. I ate it up. I don't know what about Blockshot is just holding me up, but I'm going to read this in 2026 because, like I said, I'm gonna read every book that she writes. If she draw a picture with a circle on it, I'm gonna read it. Last but not least, Legendborn. This book, literally, I should be chomping at the bits to read this book. Let me just read the back to you really quick. After her mother dies in an accident, 16-year-old Bree Matthews wants nothing to do with her family memories or childhood home. A residential program for bright high schoolers at UNC Chapel Hill seems like the perfect escape until Bree witnesses a magical attack her very first night on campus. I love books about magic. Black female main character leads. Hello, UNC Chapel Hill. They're in North Carolina. Why? I even got the sprayed edges version. Why can I not open this book? I don't know. To be honest with you, I kind of know what's influencing me. I was scrolling on TikTok because that's where I go to see what everyone's reading, get some recommendations. somebody was like that this book just underwhelmed them. And I don't know, I feel like that, like I see like two people maybe say that, like it kind of let them down. Like that's why every time it's time for me to crack this book open, I'm just like, I don't want it to let me down. But it's like, you know what, one thing I learned, different people have different tastes in reading. What one person likes or doesn't like, you may love. And I learned this valuable lesson because my friend recommended a book to me. And I'm gonna tell you something. She said it was so good, blah blah. Everything you like true crime, blah blah. When I tell you that book was the letdown of the century. So honestly, I like take people's recommendations and I take their feedback. I just like to watch it for entertainment purposes, like to hear their book reviews. But I still read a book that I think I might like. And I'm gonna read this in 2026 because, like I said, it has the makings of everything I love in a book. So I'm gonna just do it. Now, this is gonna be the first book of the year I read? No. But I'm going to read her and I'm going to enjoy the floppiness of these pages and these spray edges. Come on.